Welcome to the Boardroom experience. It's about you. You are our stars. Please be prepared because we had a breaking news event. We do have a different agenda.
Hi.
Hello. Hello to the viewers.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Today I hope it will be very exciting because we have the Russia-Ukraine issue, which is a very difficult one.
It's very difficult to act within a complex and really convoluted environment, especially dealing with a case such as Shell and with different people from different cultural background and also professional background.
We put this course in the curriculum because this is an opportunity where we can simulate making decisions under uncertainty. We prepare them for roles, we set them in the company, and but we provide them very little information for that. We only give them a high-level agenda and then we let them go.
I will be filling the role of communication officer today.
Today I will be the Chief Human Resource Officer.
And it was one of the facilitators of the boardroom experience today.
I was the communications officer in the Boardroom Simulation.
Then the show is yours. Good luck.
Pulling out of Russia is not an option.
Russia actually brings in, it's one of our biggest projects.
We cannot just not take into account the European Union sanctions.
I've been working my ass off for this company since I've been appointed as a CEO, and this is just basically stabbing me in the back.
The main concern for these shareholders is, of course, are they still going to be able to receive their dividends?
We do not act upon this, and we give Russia more power and more power and more power, and we have to draw back out of Russia. It feels like cutting off our own hand. There's a lot of gray area. Well, maybe it's not ethically the best decision we can make, but,
80% chance that they will nationalize our projects. So I think it's interesting that you mentioned the gray areas. So how would you see that?
We are a big company that's global. We're not just about the EU.
My suggestion is play this under the table.
Us openly getting friends with Putin might be a not so good message we're sending out.
Did you mention should we play under the table?
Yes.
We have to record that also?
Yes. Well, don't in that exact words, please don't do that, because that will definitely cost my head. I feel like my way is the better way.
We'll go your way, but also do know that if things do not turn out well, your job is gone.
Tweets as well, saying what's next, will he kiss Putin's ass? We can work on it together behind closed doors, and we can come outside of meeting as one united company that is ready to take action.
No one has to know, but we have to remain ethical.
The philosophy underpinning this boardroom experience, as we call it, may be summed up in what we also refer to as the 3 R's. Responsibility, of course, most importantly these days implies sustainable. Results is something equally well known. It's about productivity, effectiveness and efficiency. And resilience is bracing yourself for challenges, bracing yourself for the unexpected, for the complex, and of course bouncing back in case things didn't quite go according to plan.
Bringing together business students and communication students, I think, is for both parties very interesting. Because the business people, let's say, brought the content into the message, into the communication, and the student from the communication department really brought in the style and the form and the order of things and the preciseness and the making also the other board members aware of the effect that their words and their decisions had to the outside world.
The majority of my group had a business background. It spices up the group quite nicely. A good decision is not worth much if you cannot communicate to the public. And that's very refreshing and very interesting, and that's also created some discomfort within the group.
Because of improper behavior.
First of all, they all kind of look surprised when you start talking about other stakeholders. So it's always funny to see how they react when you say NGOs are a very important stakeholder in this case. So please take them into account as well.
In my group, it was really exciting.
It's impossible for us to come up with solutions.
A bit overwhelming, I guess.
Give me the mic because you're lying.
We try to manage and to make a decision according to what situation was happening at that time.
We started very well with honesty is best policy, but we just couldn't solve the problem with the Russians.
One of the people who would be very able to step up would be our communications officer, because she structured the discussion in a very impressive way.
I think we had like a clear idea of what we had to do, but actually our CEO wasn't that clear about it.
I tried to be as proficient as possible, not to take it personal.
I think today I also learned a lot.
Still couldn't find the perfect solution, but I don't think there was.
We're not too focused on harmony, we're focused on aggressively pushing our own agendas.
To be honest, I would fire half of my staff.
I tried to be careful and just investigation and then make the right move.
The most important facet of this exercise is actually not what you have done. It's not the content, it's not even the solution. It is thinking, reflecting what happened to me in the situation as a decision maker.
I really apologize to my group. I'm sorry. I had such a great fun today.
So today required you to think more outside the box and outside your comfort zone.
It was really intriguing to see us bring the experience from the classroom to the boardroom. All of a sudden it was no longer theory, it was practice. Here was a real life situation. At a point, the simulation got so real that we forgot it was a simulation.
The harmony was gone today, and our CEO really challenged us. He pushed me personally to defending the communications sector very well. So it only made me realize that this is really the field of profession I want to work in.
My first time supervising or observing a group, and I just had such a blast.
There are no rules that you have to comply with. So it is up to us to come up with a good decision.
It was just interesting to see how the different cultural backgrounds played a big role in the decisions that were being made. So you tend to find out that we had different perceptions of the whole case at hand. We had different ways of dealing with the situation within the group. So that was quite interesting.
It challenged me on a whole lot of fronts, intellectually, emotionally. It questioned my values, the decisions I would make as a communications officer. Somebody had to take the fall, somebody had to be punched right in the middle, and who would it be? So all these things came to fore, and we were on our toes, and we had to make the right decision. So it was really, really exciting.
Because it's the closest you can get to reality. So I really hope that this will make me more comfortable and make me more sure of myself once I'm really in the seat of communications officer.
We do this because we think that this really contributes to the skills and the competence of students in real life.